Welcome to the Bookworm Duo, where we explore a variety of books. Let's get started. Okay, so today we are unpacking In Your Dreams by Sarah Adams. And if you follow contemporary romance at all, you know her brand. It's that swoony, laugh out loud kind of feel.
Totally. This book is always described as like pure sunshine and rainbows.
Exactly. But I think if you actually look a little closer, it's a pretty interesting look at imposter syndrome, just, set in this really charming small town, Rome, Kentucky.
Oh, it's definitely more than just fluff. I mean, the fluff is top tier, don't get me wrong.
Sure.
But the whole story is driven by this really relatable internal crisis. We've got our main character, Madison Walker, who has basically branded herself as the failure.
And that title just dictates her entire life.
100%. And when you look at her family, her siblings, Emily, Noah, Annie, they're all these massive high achievers. Yeah. So you can kind of see why she feels like the odd one out.
Oh, absolutely. That family dynamic is so important. Madison isn't just like messy. She's impulsive, she's chaotic, and it all feels a bit frantic, like she's running to catch up.
Well, yeah. She just graduated from culinary school in New York, which sounds great on paper.
Like there is a huge asterisk next to that degree.
A massive one.
Yeah.
The details of her graduation are, well, they're pretty telling.
Right. She didn't pass because of some amazing culinary feat. She passed because she got extra credit for cleaning the counters. She literally scrubbed her way to a diploma.
So she's walking around with this piece of paper that says chef, but inside she feels like a total fraud.
Which is the perfect setup for what comes next. And then you have her foil, James Huxley.
Yes, the love interest, childhood friend, neighbor. But he is like the anti-Madison in every way. Stoic, responsible, a farmer. He's the guy who fixes things.
The whole grumpy versus sunshine thing is in full effect, but it feels earned because of their history. So our mission today is to track how these two go from being like friends by default to running a restaurant together.
And really, how they dismantle that failure label she's clinging to.
It all kicks off with a classic inciting incident, a real rock-bottom moment for Madison.
Yeah, we find her in New York, and she is just miserable.
Yeah.
She hates the high-pressure professional kitchens. She's got this trauma from an old instructor, this guy, Chef Davis, who was just a nightmare.
So she wants to go home to Rome, but her pride won't let her. She feels like she can't go back without a win.
It's that classic big city dreams gone wrong story. She's lonely, her roommate is awful, and her only real friend is Sammy.
We have to pause for Sammy.
We must.
Sammy is her pet tortoise, who wears a little pink Band-Aid on his shell.
It's such a brilliant character detail, though. It shows you she has this nurturing side, even when she feels completely incompetent herself.
Right. She can't take care of herself, but she'll die for this tortoise.
Exactly. So she's in her apartment, spiraling, and she tries to call her sister's boyfriend, Jack, for a safe person to vent to, but she misdials.
And who does she call by accident?
James Huxley.
A guy she has not spoken to in years. Now, most people in that situation, crying, would just hang up.
Oh, for sure. But Madison tries to, joke her way out of it. She's sobbing, but she tells him she's the president, calling about his gross hat or something.
It's her armor, right? That deflection. She uses humor so people don't see the pain.
But James hears it. He hears the tears. And what's interesting is that he's also kind of at his breaking point. He's overworked with the farm. He's trying to launch this new restaurant.
The greenhouse.
Right. He's drowning in responsibility, and she's drowning in failure. And in that moment, he just offers her a job.
Just like that. Executive chef at the greenhouse. Which, for the responsible one, seems so impulsive. He hasn't even tasted her food in years.
It is impulsive, but it's also instinct. He hears a friend in distress, and his fixer brain just activates.
And she accepts, but with this plan to just fake it till she makes it, she is terrified it's a pity hire.
That fear just colors everything from that point on. She thinks she's a charity case.
So Madison packs up, tortoise and all, and heads back to Rome. She moves into a cottage on Huxley Farm, and the book really paints a picture here. It's pure country Pinterest board.
Absolutely. But she notices this one specific detail right away, the bedding.
The bedding, it's super high quality, brand new.
And she just assumes his mom bought it because James is a farmer, He thinks about tractors, not thread counts.
But he did. He admits he bought it. And this leads her to this incredible realization. She realizes James is a shovel guy.
Okay, we have to unpack this term because it is perfect.
It's so good.
A shovel guy isn't just a nice guy. He's the guy you call at 3 a.m. when you've done something terrible, and he doesn't ask why. He just grabs a shovel and helps you bury the body.
It's unconditional, it's loyalty, no questions asked.
Exactly. It's about being the person who helps clean up the mess. But even shovel guys have messy siblings.
Enter Tommy, James's brother.
Tommy is the chaos agent. He's a total playboy, sees the whole situation immediately. He knows James is completely in love with Madison, but is too stubborn to do anything about it.
So Tommy decides to force his hand.
And his plan is just,
Yeah.
it's hilarious. He starts this fake campaign to woo Madison. He's sending these giant bouquets of rainbow roses, flirty texts,
Just laying it on so thick.
and it works. Not on Madison, she sees right through it, but it makes James so jealous. He completely loses his cool and tells her she can't date his brother.
That classic romance move, you know? Using protection as a cover for, I want you for myself.
Precisely. It cracks his whole stoic thing. But the real shift happens when they have to go back to New York.
Right, she has to go back for Sammy the tortoise and the rest of her stuff.
And James, being the shovel guy, insists on going with her.
This trip changes everything. First, there's just the pure chaos of getting a tortoise through airport security.
Oh my gosh, can you even imagine?
Yeah.
It forces them to be a team. But more than that, James gets to see her life in New York. He sees how lonely she actually was.
It totally reframes her wild child image for him, doesn't it? He realizes she wasn't just, like, partying, she was struggling.
He sees the real her, and the physical tension just skyrockets. Madison has this super vivid dream that they kiss.
And it feels so real that she wakes up all confused and tells him that in the dream, he was shy.
And James, stoic, quiet James, just looks at her and says something like, if I were to kiss you, I would not be shy about it.
Whoa.
I mean, that is a declaration. He's telling her the version of him in her head isn't the real deal. He's stepping out of the friend zone himself.
So they get back to Rome, and the tension is just off the charts. They're in the restaurant kitchen getting ready, and Madison has a full-blown panic attack.
Yeah, she's flashing back to her old instructor, Chef Davis. She's just paralyzed by this need for perfection.
That feeling where if you can't do it perfectly, you can't do it at all.
Right. And James sees this. He knows he can't just talk her out of a trauma response.
So what does he do? He goes for the nuclear option?
He reaches into a bag of flour and just throws it all over the clean counter. And then on her.
It's this brilliant pattern interrupt. He makes a mess on purpose to show her the world doesn't end.
And it snaps her out of it. It turns into this playful flour fight. And then
a very steamy make-out session on the kitchen floor.
it breaks the dam. They go from friends to lovers right there. But of course, they decide to keep it a secret.
Which never works.
Never. But Madison realizes she's actually falling in love. She feels safe. But secrets in a small town, they're a ticking time bomb.
And Tommy is holding the match. Again.
He is the plot device of this book.
He really is. He thinks James is being taken advantage of with the secrecy and the stress. So just days before the opening in front of their parents, he just drops it.
And it's devastating. It's not just that they're dating. He reveals that James rejected other, more experienced chefs to hire her.
And then the kicker?
James leveraged the family farm financially to open this restaurant for her. He risked his family's legacy on her.
And this just confirms every single insecurity Madison has ever had. It's not a romantic gesture to her, it's pity.
She feels humiliated. She thinks, I'm such a failure, my friend had to risk everything just to give me a job. It strips her of all her agency.
It's heartbreaking because we know he did it out of love, but she can't see past her own self-doubt, so she runs. And then James punches Tommy in the face.
Which is so out of character. And of course, the paparazzi are there because of the pop star connection, so they catch the whole thing.
Madison sees this and just blames herself. She feels like a wrecking ball.
But this time, she doesn't just run away completely. She talks to Mabel.
Mabel, the town's sage and gossip. Every small-town romance needs a Mabel.
And Mabel tells her that being known, the messy parts included, is what love really is. That James doesn't love her despite the mess. He loves all of it.
That's the push she needs to actually listen to James. And when he explains, he tells her it wasn't pity, it was a decade of yearning.
That one word, yearning, just reframes their entire history for her.
It changes everything. Which brings us to the grand opening. The restaurant is packed, she's nervous, and then a crisis hits. Table 12.
A customer has a severe allergic reaction.
For someone with her history, this should be the moment she crumbles.
But she doesn't. She doesn't freeze.
No, she acts. Immediately. She has an EpiPen which proves she's a prepared professional. and she saves the day.
It's her hero moment. It proves to herself, more than anyone, that she is not a fraud. She is a chef.
She didn't need saving, she did the saving.
Exactly. The opening is a huge success. And she and James finally, fully reconcile. He tells her he's proud of her, and he's proud of them as a team.
And the book ends with them brainstorming baby names, and Madison suggests Turtellini.
Turtellini.
Ha!
For the tortoise. It's so perfect, it shows she's still her weird, wonderful self.
So if we zoom out, what's the real takeaway here?
I think it's about dismantling that identity of the failure. Madison spent the whole book running from her imperfections, thinking she had to be someone else to be worthy.
But she learned that's the stuff that made her lovable.
Exactly. And she learned that accepting help, accepting the shovel guy, doesn't make you weak. It makes you human. Letting someone else hold the shovel is a form of strength, too.
That's a great way to put it. We all need a shovel guy.
Or at least someone to help you get a tortoise through security.
That's the real test of love. Here's something to think about before we go. Madison's failure was mostly a story she told herself by comparing herself to other people. So how many of us are carrying around a label like that isn't actually true, but just a result of being in the wrong place? Maybe you just haven't found your greenhouse yet.
That's a great question. Context is everything.
Thanks for joining us. Subscribe for more bookish adventures and hit that like button if you enjoyed the ride. Don't forget to share the knowledge, spread the word.